Good morning, guys. Mike, good morning to you. Jeremy, Gary, Austin, good morning. Jeremy, to answer your question, it's probably not. It's probably not going to be any better than it was Wednesday. Hopefully, I have something fixed by this coming up Wednesday for the live show. So this morning probably won't last very long just because I hate putting out crappy content. But I want to get on here and give y'all a little something anyway. Hope y'all are doing good this morning. Hope y'all can hear me at least. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me all right. Good to see you guys this morning. Hope y'all have had a good weekend. I checked the internet speed a while ago. I can see it going up and down, and it's pitiful. I mean, it's like from 6 megabytes per second to 260 megabytes per second, back and forth. It's just terrible. So something's fixing to have to change with that. Anyway, I hope y'all have had a good weekend. Sorry about the quality. I'm gonna try to get that fixed. But yesterday I did a video on the Watchman Stove. One of our sons, Brendan, he brought over some bass that he had caught Friday night. So we cleaned them and got them ready. Good morning, Rick. Got those ready, and yesterday I fired up the Watchman Stove, and we fried some fish and fried some frog legs. I videoed that. I'm going to edit that video today, this morning, and probably by lunch or after lunch, I'll have that video up. Sometime by this afternoon, I'll have the video up. So be sure to check that out. That was a fun cook. Whenever we fire up that Watchman Stove in the summertime, it's always hot, stoking the fire and all that, just because it retains so much heat because it's solid steel. But we just made a day of it out there. We played cornhole out there and swam in the pool and listened to some tunes and just had a good time out there. So it was a fun day. I hope all you guys, when you have an opportunity to spend the weekend with your family and stuff and enjoy it. Elvin, I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Okay, one more beer. Good to have you. All you guys, man, I appreciate all of you. Again, sorry for the poor video quality, but I'm trying to get that fixed. But when you have an opportunity, to enjoy your weekend, be sure to get out there and enjoy it. We work 5, some of us 6, 7 days a week, but when we get a chance to, have a good weekend, be sure you're out there enjoying it and just, experiencing everything with your family and friends. So that's what we did yesterday. It was a good day. Those kind of days, though, make it a little difficult getting up on Sunday mornings for the morning show, but I know you guys were going to be here, so I was going to be here. But we had a good time and enjoyed the day. The frog legs turned out amazing. I've been wanting to do some buffalo style frog legs, but when we got the fish and I knew I was going to fry the fish, I thought, well, we'll go ahead and fry the frog legs too, and we did, and they were great. Big frog legs, you'll see on the video, they're big. The bass turned out great. We did the bass in cornmeal. We did the frog legs in flour. but that turned out great. So Brandy actually did try a frog leg, and she wasn't a fan. She said the texture was just a little different, and it is. I mean, you gotta remember that those frog legs. I mean, that's a muscle that they're using all the time, jumping around everywhere. So, but but she did try it. I was proud of her for that. She's always a good sport about that. And again, I have to thank her because she's always doing the filming and all that, and always does a great job with it. And she's always a good sport about it. So uh, you know, I'm very blessed to have her in my life, and so I want to thank her for all that too. She does a lot for this channel and everything else, and for just me personally. So, but she did try it. I was proud of her for that. Jeremy grilled 100 pork chops for a family reunion yesterday. Man, that is awesome. Yeah, yeah, Austin. I appreciate your comments yesterday, and we got a good laugh out of all that. That was good. Jeremy, that is a fact, brother. Life is a lot easier with a good partner, and there is no doubt about it. That's one of the truer statements I've seen in a while. And it can be, life can be a lot harder with the wrong partner. And when you got the right partner, you're right. Life is a lot easier. That's for sure. Yeah, that's right, Mike. And that's true. A lot of people with these, different kinds of foods that uh, people have never tried before, they always say, I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, have you tried it? Well, no, I hadn't tried it. Well, you might like it if you try it. So at least try everything once, and then you can always say for sure whether you're a fan or not. Did you happen to see the enlarged cooktop on the Watchman Stove site? I didn't see that. I'll have to give that a look on the Watchman Stove site. Is that the Facebook or like their regular website? I talked to the guys yesterday while I was doing the cook. Those guys are great guys. They were sharing my stuff yesterday, just stuff that I had posted on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, and stuff. But those guys are awesome. I consider them friends. I mean, they're great folks. Froze up. Looks like it sits on top like the griddle. I don't see it, but I'll have to check it out because that sounds pretty interesting. I have to check that out. There's a lot of features that come with that thing, and you can do so much stuff with it. Um, Enlarged cooktop. Yeah, so yeah, I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, that thing is cool. So really, it's pretty much like the griddle. So you can get some kind of grilling action on there too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I had seen that. I had actually already seen it. Good morning, Stephen. Hope everything's doing well, man. I hope everything's going well with the doctors and all that stuff. Um, I had seen that cooktop, but I thought it was just another version of the griddle. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm still gonna do here pretty soon a breakfast video on there with the griddle, and try to get that going too, because I love that griddle. I love cooking on a griddle anyway, a flat top, and I mean, to be honest with you, I've kind of thrown around the idea of a Blackstone or a Camp Chef, backyard griddle. How many of you guys have anything like that, a Camp Chef or a Blackstone? Tell me what you think about those. That's awesome, man. Yeah. And sometimes, they need feedback like that about the site, or sometimes I do stuff that, somebody points out, and then I say, yeah, that was wrong. So that's good. But those guys are great, great folks. Winchester Metals, check them out. They could probably make custom grill grates and all kinds of stuff. So good stuff. And again, with the Iron Bean Coffee, those guys, they're expanding and growing. And Mark, good morning, and all that. So really good stuff. Check out Iron Bean if y'all hadn't checked it out. So that's what we did yesterday. Fried some fish, fried some frog legs, and then after that, Brandy got a cast iron skillet and put on and cooked, sauteed some green beans and some bacon fat and butter and garlic. And when she pulled it off, then topped it with Parmesan cheese. It was fresh green beans, snap beans, and they turn out really good like that. Keep a little crisp snap on them. Turn out really good. I'll be doing breakfast for about 15 this morning on the Blackstone. Works well, but a bit disappointing with the build quality. Well, that's good to know, Jeremy. That's good to know. Is it the legs, or is it wobbly? I mean, what kind of disappoints you about it? So I guess you're still doing the family reunion stuff, Jeremy. Frog legs were awesome. They were awesome. Turned out really good. My son Nate, he was here, and he tried the first one. I just made 6 pairs of frog legs, and he tried the first one. Brandon said, "How you like it?" And he said, "I don't like it." And then he ate about 2 more pairs. And I'm like, "Man, see if you liked them," because I thought he was going to eat the whole pan before I could do a taste test on them. So, a friend of mine who just bought the Silverbac has the barbecue bug. Now he bought an offset smoker too. Man, that's awesome. What he end up getting? What kind of offset did he get? Stephen, I saw that was the aspirin. What'd they find about everything else? 36-inch stainless steel one. The legs are quite thin and wobbly. Gotcha. I wonder how the Camp Chef would. I need to do some research on those two and kind of see. I'd like to get a flat top, just something a little quicker to cook on sometimes. Although I mean, I love that Watchman. If you like building fire, which I do, we kept the fire going in that Watchman until it was probably 9 or 10 o'clock last night. We were still out there by the fire and in the pool, and so we kept that thing going. But if you like building fire, you'll love the Watchman stove. And once you get, You get a fire rolling in it. It's fun to cook on. Holds heat well. I love it. And then with the griddle attachment and stuff like that, you can cook whatever you want to on it. So once you get it fired up and get the fire going, or you can use charcoal with it too. Yesterday, I'll be honest with you, Robert, good to have you this morning. I used a combination. I had some maple chunks that I used, but I also used that Baltic lump charcoal. That was the first time I tried it yesterday. I used that charcoal in conjunction with those maple chunks in the Watchman stove yesterday just to keep the heat high and consistent, so it would keep that oil hot for frying. I loved it. It worked wonderfully, and I was impressed with it. And the bags, it kind of felt like the bags were all small pieces until you open up the bags, and there were some pieces that were that big. I mean, big chunks of charcoal. So really loved it, and it was pretty cool too that the bags have a almost like a plastic lining inside of it, you know. And I like that part about it too. Kind of keeps the moisture out and that kind of stuff. So really cool. I enjoyed that charcoal, so thank you very much for that. Well, Stephen, that's good news, brother. We'll continue to pray for you and keep us updated on all that. Jeremy says I'm gonna have to do some. I'm gonna do some research on that today and see what I can find out. Is it my connection that sucks? No, Mike, it's mine. This internet's just terrible. This is probably the worst internet that I've ever had, and I'm not gonna have it long if they can't get it fixed. So, and I don't know what y'all pay for internet, but when we had Comcast, and we were paying $90 a month for internet, and that was just outrageous to me. So we finally found out that through a company called Earthlink that we could get AT&T, so that's what we went with. And it's about $40 a month cheaper, but it doesn't really matter if I can't do live streams. So we're fixing to do something one way or the other. So this will probably be a short one this morning because I went back for the Wednesday show and looked at it, and I couldn't even watch it because I just hate putting out crappy content, and I don't want to put out crappy content. So yeah, Mark, I am too. I'm tired of seeing the mass shootings, but I'm also tired of seeing politicians jump on the bandwagon of these mass shootings for to meet their agenda. Is, you know, that seems like it goes. I pay about $75 a month with Windstream internet. Somebody mentioned the other night about Verizon, and I just looked at it before I got on here this morning, and so I think I may check that out because we have Verizon cell service, so may check that out. Austin, you been happy with Windstream? I think we have Windstream around here, so I may have to call. I'm gonna call somebody. After months of research, the girlfriend and I are finally going to pull the trigger on a pellet smoker. We are between the Silverbac and the Pro 780. Elvin, you can't go wrong with either one of them, man. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If I were you, the deciding factor for me would be whether I want Wi-Fi or not. If Wi-Fi is not important to me, I would go with the Silverbac. If I want Wi-Fi, I'd go with the Pro 780. They both have advantages over the other one. But I've got both of them and I love both of them. So you can't go wrong with either one of them. Canadian Jim, good morning. I use a Camp Chef and believe it to be a little better built overall. Flame never gets extinguished like sometimes happens on the Blackstone, but they are good. Awesome. Appreciate that information. Thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. And you know, the Comcast internet speed wise was good. I just don't like Comcast. I don't like dealing with Comcast. When you do have a problem and you try to get a hold of somebody at Comcast, you can't talk to a human being until you play phone tag with the buttons, push this button, push that button for a good half hour. So Ironwood 650 is a great grill as well. Awesome. That's an awesome grill. Yeah, it's good. We don't have too many choices. Yeah, well, we don't either. But we got fiber optic lines, and it's been the connection so much. Yeah, yeah. You say fiber optic around here, and they look at you like you're from Mars or something. How does the Wi-Fi affect your Pro 780? It hasn't affected it a bit, and that's what I don't understand. But I think it's just the. I don't think for me, I don't think it messes with the download side much. I think it's my upload speeds that are messing up with the live streams. So, but as far as Eddie Hanks, good morning, brother. I just think as far as um, everyday use, we hadn't had any issues at all. Matter of fact, Brandy went 2 houses over to her mama's house yesterday and could still pick up our Wi-Fi. But I just think the upload speed is so slow that the streaming is just not very good. Mike at Everyday Barbecue did an excellent comparison. I saw that the other day. Mike does great videos in general, Everyday Barbecue, which that's where Mike Tabor is all the time. So I'm sure Mike has seen it. Mike might have helped him make the video. I don't know, but maybe it's because they're both Mike. I need to change my name to Mike, maybe. But Mike does a great job with his videos. Love his stuff. We talk off and on occasion, and so he did do a great comparison of those two. No, Austin, y'all are probably 10 years ahead of where I'm at. I hate this place so bad. I do. I mean, it's hard to explain. It's like being stuck in Mayberry during the Andy Griffith show, and it's never gotten out of it. Traeger dealer had package. If you buy a grill and cover, they include the front shelf, 2 bags of pellets. Yeah, you can't beat that. I don't have access to internet where I live. Aggravating. It's a mile away, but the price to run it here is insane. Yeah, I mean this is 2019, and I swear sometimes it still feels like we're stuck in 1960 or something. I saw a video from Everyday Barbecue that pretty much agrees with what Canadian Jim just said about the Blackstone Camp Chef debate. Yeah, he did. I mean, he did a really good video of that. AT&T also owns DirecTV. Wi-Fi connection is different than internet speed. Yeah. Yeah, Austin, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a huge city, I mean, I don't want to live in Atlanta or, you know, downtown Nashville or anything like that. But, it's funny because the people's perspective of where they are, I hear people all the time that say, I live in a small town. The only thing we got in our town is a Walmart. Well, guess what? The closest Walmart to me is 25 miles. The closest name brand grocery store is 25 miles. I mean, the name of our grocery store here is Food Fresh. It's just, I'm tired of having to spend half a day, a quarter of a day, to just go to a decent store and find decent products. Good internet connection is a hot topic with Public Service Commission in Louisiana. It's important that communication companies improve this in the rural communities. Eddie, that's a good point too, especially where y'all are at, and with the hurricanes and that kind of stuff. In areas like that, it can start getting into like public safety and stuff like that. Having a way to um, have access to public service announcements and stuff like that. So that's a good point. Austin says we don't even have a grocery store. We might as well not. We might as well not. I I mean, I took a picture of the meat counter in our grocery store last week and sent it to my brother. We were just joking back and forth. You can't. I mean, don't even ask about tri-tip because you can't. There's no tri-tip here at all ever. There's no flank steak. There's no skirt steak. There's no anything like that. Um, you might be able to find some pork chops. If there's chicken breasts, they're going to be frozen, so don't plan on cooking those that day. But if you're in the market for some souse meat or some chicken feet or some pig snouts or pig feet or pig intestines, uh, turkey necks, what else? Ox tails, anything like that, you're in business. It's like a junk meat market is what it is. So I've got you know, especially for somebody with a barbecue YouTube channel, I've got to dig and find and, you know, I can't say, I think I'm gonna run up here and get a brisket to cook. No, I'm not because nobody's gonna have it. I even asked the local meat guy here if he would even order me a brisket, and he said no because he would have to order a whole case of briskets. They couldn't order just one brisket. The people that he gets meat from only sells them by the case, and so if he orders, I don't know how many's in a case, 8, I don't know, but if he ordered a case of briskets, I would buy one, and then he would be left with 7 that he would never sell because nobody buys briskets around here. So, it's just frustrating, man. I'm ready to go somewhere. And again, like the town in Tennessee where I was born, in Gallatin, in 5 minutes, you can be out in the middle of nowhere. But in 5 minutes, you can be in downtown Gallatin or Hendersonville where there's malls and outlets and very, very nice grocery stores, high-end grocery stores, and you know, you can buy anything you want, eat anything you want, and then in 5 or 10 minutes you can be back out in the country. You know, I'm tired of, you ask people around here about some stuff that you guys talk about, and they don't even know what I'm saying. It's like I'm talking Japanese or something. We have a Family Dollar and 3 little gas stations, 1 cafe. Real grocery stores 35 miles away. I feel your pain, Austin. Now we do have more than that, but when I say we have more than that, we really don't. I mean, because the stuff that we do have doesn't interest me. I'll tell you what we've got. We're eat up with dollar stores. We got a Family Dollar. We've got $2. This is a town of 5,000 people, maybe 5,000 people. We've got $2 Generals, a Family Dollar, a Fred's. I feel like I'm missing a dollar store somewhere. Maybe a Dollar Tree. And then here's our places to eat. We have a Burger King that has a B rating and it's 4 months old. Has a B rating, Burger King. We have a McDonald's that has a B rating, and they're always going to get your order wrong when you order there, which we don't eat fast food hardly any anymore, but always wrong. Burger King, McDonald's, Hardee's, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen, Huddle House, Crispy Chick. What else? There's another fast food restaurant that I'm missing. Pizza Hut. One of them little order-in pizza things, not the big restaurant. And that's what you got to choose from to eat. There's nowhere. Can I get a green bean? You can't get a green bean. Chick-fil-A is 25 miles away. Eddie, that's a good. You know what? That's exactly right. That's the trend. It seems like the meat choices are better where the internet speeds are good. That's a fact. I can't argue with that. Texas has affordable living, good paying jobs, and all the beef and pork. Well, it sounds like that's where we need to go. That's where we need to go. I need to start house shopping where Austin lives. How did I wind up in Claxon? Well, I ask myself that all the time. I'll give you the short version if you really want to know. I was born in Tennessee when I was 6. I guess jobs were a little hard to find up there, and so Daddy found a job at Bluebird Body Company building Bluebird school buses and moved to Georgia. That's what brought me to Georgia. I grew up in Hawkinsville, went to the Marine Corps and all that stuff, got back, went to college, thought I was being smart and got a degree so I could barely, and be a teacher. So I could barely be out of the poverty line. And, but I wanted to be a coach is really why I got into education. So I became a football and baseball coach, was football and baseball coach in high school for about 15 years. But during that process, I was in Warner Robins, Georgia, Perry, Georgia, Warner Robins, Georgia. Great area. And that's the kind of town that I want to be back in. Warner Robins is not a huge city, but it's not a small town. It's right there in the happy medium. You got some country, but If I want to go to a nice restaurant, we can do that too. If I want to go to a mall, we can do that too. We want to go to see a movie, we can do that too. You know, it's that kind of city, I'll call it. Great. Met a good buddy of mine that I was coaching with. We're coaching and all that stuff. And he gets a head coach job in the county next to us, Tattnall County, and calls me and asks me if I want to come be the offensive coordinator. And I didn't like the head coach that we had at the time, and Perry. And yeah, man, let's do it. Yeah. I didn't know anything about this area down here. Well, that's what brought me down here. And other than meeting my wife, I call Jeff every now and then and just cuss him out for inviting me to move down this way. So I love the Warner Robins area, is what I'm saying. Other than being close to the Georgia coast, which the Georgia coast is beautiful. The water's not beautiful, but just the coastline is beautiful. But other than that, I mean, that's about all. I mean, there's Savannah, and Savannah used to be a great city, but it is slowly turning to every other larger city, controlled by certain politicians. It's, you know, you watch the news now, and at least once or twice a week, somebody's getting shot and killed down there. And Savannah's a beautiful city. You know, that's where the movie with Tom Hanks, they filmed that down there in Savannah. And I mean, it's a beautiful city. River Street is beautiful. You know, now if we go to Savannah, we just go straight to River Street. We stay on River Street, don't go anywhere else. We get back in the car and come back home. Because if you venture off 2 streets over, you know, you need a flak jacket to walk down the street. Mike, I did. We were actually working at the same school and became friends, and then, you know, the rest is history. So, Gary, good to have you guys this morning. If you guys just joined in, I appreciate all you guys coming in this morning. I apologize once again for the quality of the live stream, but still enjoy talking to you guys. Anyway, I'm getting some pizzas fired up on the, I think that was supposed to be Joe, I hope, on the Joe today. Actually, I'm probably not, I don't know. I'm probably not going to cook anything today because we fried fish and frog legs yesterday. And I did film it. That'll be my next video, and I'll have it up by this afternoon. So y'all be sure to check that out. Now, my son, Nate, also cooked a pork butt yesterday on the Kamado Joe. So we've got pulled pork also that we've got to eat. So yeah, we probably won't cook anything today. Austin, don't move out here around my parts unless you just like looking at flat, dry dirt. You can see for miles, but not what I would call beautiful. But Austin, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you know sometimes a change of scenery is just what you need. You know, I'm tired of pine trees and pecan trees and onion fields and chicken houses. That's all we have around here. Everybody owns a chicken house. I'm tired of smelling chicken crap and onions when the onions are planted. And onion farmers and chicken farmers always say, "Oh, that smells like money." Well, it don't smell like money to me. It smells like chicken crap. But I agree with Mark that's what I love about my hometown in Tennessee is there's hills and hollers and uh, mountains and lakes, and it's beautiful up there. I love it. And I don't mind the snow. Brandy don't want to be where snow is, but I don't mind the snow. But Gallatin up there, they get snow every now and then, maybe once a winter, something like that, and I'm good with that. Every area has its good points and bad points. I agree 100%. It's all about finding what satisfies you. If you can find some, you know, little mountains, hills, but then you got some lakes and stuff to get on the water too. If you like water, a little bit of snow, and yesterday again, I was cooking on that Watchman stove, and yesterday was a mild day, really temperature wise for us, and it was still just hot as fire, humid, so humid. At one point, it was raining when the sun was shining yesterday. Dirt storms and the occasional tornado. Yeah, my buddy Roger, he hadn't been on here in a while, but he is originally from Texas, I think. But they live out in Oklahoma City now, and man, seems like every other week they're saying something about a tornado. So I live in South Louisiana, and I'm fed up with what the state has become. I think there's a lot of people that feel that way about whatever state they live in for some reason. So maybe I need to realize that it's not just me that feels this way. Gary, you might be close to Eddie Hanks. He lives down in Louisiana, somewhere down in that area. I saw that Eddie spent part of his day yesterday on the lake, whatever lake he has by his house. Looked beautiful. All right, guys. Well, it's been about 45 minutes, and I know the upload feed is not very good, so I'm not going to keep y'all on here much longer. I don't want y'all's eyes to be strained, and I know it's aggravating. It's aggravating for me knowing that it's like that, so I'm going to try to get it fixed before Wednesday night. So I'm going to come up with some kind of solution one way or the other. But y'all share pictures with me on Instagram and Facebook and all that. Let me know what you're cooking today. And, just like I said earlier at the beginning, yesterday was a great day out there, enjoying the day. Me and Brandy and Nate was out there, and he was cooking his pork butt, and we had the fish going and the frog legs going and the music going in the pool, playing cornhole and stuff like that. I posted some pretty cool videos and pictures up on Instagram and stuff with that. Had a good time, and I recommend y'all try to do some of that today. Get out there outside and enjoy whatever kind of scenery that you have out there. Is there a way to drop the video quality? Elvin, I looked at that right before we got on, and I probably didn't look in depth enough. But right now I have it set for 1080p just because that's, I want to give you guys the best quality possible. But I thought about that. Maybe I just need to upload it in like 480 or something, but I couldn't find exactly where to do it in the YouTube live stream dashboard, I guess. But I'll get it fixed one way or another. I appreciate you guys hanging with me and sticking with it. Gas station burrito on the menu today. I'm working, so no time for barbecue. I hear you, Austin. Austin, we appreciate what you do. Austin's a police officer. Austin, I would imagine, though, being a police officer in your town sounds like it would be somewhat non-eventful. which would be a good thing. So that's pretty good. Also, you need to shoot me if you don't want to put it on here, shoot me a message and let me know what town you live in. Let me check it out. Y'all know what town I live in, Claxton. Sometimes I like looking on Google Earth. I love Google Earth. You can go anywhere in the world and visit, you know. I like checking places out on Google Earth and, you know, seeing what places look. Y'all get on Google Earth and just look up Claxton, Georgia, and just look at where I'm at. Robert just got called to work. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, it may be a blessing, Mark. I appreciate you saying that. That might be a blessing that it's kind of blurred, you know. We're the only law enforcement in the county, so I have 950 square miles to patrol. 90% of the time, it's one of us at work. Wow. Undercover, man. Hmm. I got you. Only Mike needs the 1080p. I got you. All right, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you sticking with me. Means more to me than y'all know. I'll just tell y'all that. So I appreciate you. I'm going to edit that video and have it posted by this afternoon. So check that out. It was a fun video. It's not real informative or anything, but it was just an enjoyable day out there. So you guys check it out and you know, hope y'all enjoy that. Good morning, small town smoker. Good to have you this morning. I was just about to get off, but hey, y'all enjoy your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and check out the video that I post by this afternoon. And if I don't see you before then, I'll see you Wednesday night. Until then, I'll be piddling.